Yeah, I would agree with Mind Read being better on a shortcut, but I also have other spells at the moment. So I'm like, I wish... Okay, this is another reason I'd love a port, to have more shortcuts. You can have every shoulder button be a shortcut. Which would be really nice, actually. Please tell me the logs don't reset. I really hope they don't. But I don't actually know if they do or not. They do. Yeah, they definitely do. This is gonna be interesting. At least we're getting a lot of first strikes, and also single enemies, so it's not too horrid so far. Wait, that's wrong, I think. Is it? Wow, I just did this puzzle and I've completely forgotten how to do this puzzle. Imagine that. Okay, maybe not just did, it was like 20 minutes ago, but still, point stands. I feel like I shouldn't have forgotten already. Sun voltage! Yay. That's cool. See, this game is just really cool. Like, there's so many things that this game does super well that you don't even see in modern RPGs. It's kind of insane, really. Like, little quality of life things are like, that's super cool, and I wish more games would do this even now. Yeah, it's this weird thing where, you know, you see games and then people being like, I can't believe there are so many tutorials in this game. And then you get a game that doesn't have any tutorials. It's like, wow, I can't believe I don't know anything to do. And, like, I know nothing in this game. It's of such a weird, delicate balance. And they actually have the perfect solution, and it's really obvious. The perfect solution to tutorials in games is literally have an option. Literally do a thing where it's like, hey, you want to learn about this thing? Yes or no? And then you hit one or the other, and bam! You either do a tutorial or you don't do a tutorial, and you move on. It would honestly be super nice if you could do that in, like, every game. Like, because definitely tutorials can be a drag, especially when you're replaying a game. But then again, not having tutorials, you just get overwhelmed. Yeah, I don't think Lost Age does either, because they just are like, yeah, you played the first game, you should know what you're doing by now. And it's like equipping a djinn or something, or a genie, and it's like, thanks, I hate it. It doesn't help me at all. Because it also didn't really explain things well, I don't think, with like setting them. But like, more mechanical tutorials would be really nice. Just, there's a lot of things that could have been done a little bit better, but on the whole, I still think it holds up. But again, it's such a delicate balance of over-tutorializing. Modern day Pokemon has a problem with too many tutorials. But personally, again, with Pokemon, it would literally be fine if they asked you, hey, you want a tutorial? And that's all you need in Pokemon. Like, hey, here's a mechanic that's in the game, but like, if you don't want to hear about it, you can skip this. Kind of an attitude. The original Paper Mario is actually really good about this, I discovered. Where they're like, hey, you should like learn about this thing that's super important, but you can say no, and they're like, you sure? And you're like, yeah, I'm sure. And then they stop asking you. If you don't read the tutorial, it's your own dang fault if you struggle, but it's really good for replaying, because then you can just skip tutorials. It's honestly, I think, also why I haven't actually replayed Persona 5 as much as I love that game. Because the first, like, palace is just entirely tutorial, and it kind of drags. It's like they break up the place into, like, several parts that are all really kind of tutorialized. And it makes it kind of difficult to go back to. That's also a good thing, be like, hey, have you played the game in this before? And then be like, yeah, and then they just skip all the tutorials. But also, like, there needs to be a balance as well, because if there's like some big new mechanic, you have to stop and explain it, of course. Why does the enemy game keep getting crits like this? I'm slightly concerned. But like the fact that literally every game tells you, hey, here's the Pokeball, hey, here's whatever low-level Pokemon is on Route 1. Weaken it, toss Pokeball at it. Piece of cake, right? You know what, if you could skip that, it would be really nice. Because, you know, not everyone is an expert, but not everyone is a newbie either. So actually having options would be really appreciated. Pokemon is just the go-to because of how tutorial-heavy basically every modern Pokemon game has become, and with no option to skip tutorials. It's like with Persona 5, especially on New Game Plus, there's like nothing stopping you from literally like beating the first palace in one run. So I kinda wish it would be like, hey, you just want to speedrun this thing dungeon? Without like tutorials constantly, you just want to power through it? I'm just gonna fight these, this isn't worth it. These guys for some reason are super hard to run from. I'm just gonna zap them. Bean Island. I don't even know what that is because I haven't played Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. I only played the first games. Yeah, like Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door asks you, hey, you want a refresher on battle? But they phrase it like a refresher because it is a sequel, which is really nice. They're like, hey, you want a reminder of how everything works? But the tutorials where they're introducing a new mechanic, they're a little bit more like, yeah, this is kind of important. You sure you want to skip this? But yeah, if you played it before, then you could just say, hey, don't tell me how to live my life. It's honestly something I am hoping from Persona 5 Royal, a little bit of streamlining to some of the early game dungeons that really over-explain things for New Game Plus. Wait, how do I do this again? Why am I blanking on this? You have to... I think you have to come from the other side. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, this isn't right. Well, I'm getting really good... I'm getting that stun voltage thing a lot, and it's kind of weird. Like, 2 times in a row, and it's stunned both times. Maybe the game is apologizing for all the really bad RNG earlier. Oh, there was something earlier where they're like, hey, if it runs, you can just find it over here, which was kind of neat because it's like... explaining a gameplay mechanic is kind of a world thing of like, the genie just like congregating in specific areas. So if you come back later, I'll be there again. It's nice having world building on top of gameplay mechanics. It's a really weird, specific quirk that I really enjoy in games when they take the time to actually be like, yo, this really arbitrary gameplay mechanic for your convenience, here's the actual lore reason of why this happens. Yeah, Smash is notoriously bad at not teaching you anything. I don't think a single game in the entire franchise has been good at tutorials. Yeah, it's like you have to wait on the title screen. It's a very do-it-yourself kind of game, which is honestly why I've not gone into Smash, probably. At least a factor, because it's so not user-friendly. I hope there's no encounters on this floor. Because we do have a boss. You hope to find my kindly self? Fools, you should never have come here, and now you shall never leave. Your powers protected you in the forest, and now you're in the heart of my power. Here you will all become trees, and you'll wither with the rest of us. Tret appears. Wow, he looks a lot goofier than I thought he would. TBH, I don't know what I'm doing. Real talk. I don't know how to fight this guy. $19 damage. Actually a lot nicer than I expected. I'm guessing fire because tree, but I also have no exact clue. That's actually a sound strategy also. Ooh. Well, would you look at that? Attack rises by 27. That's a sizable jump. Ow. Homie sweeps fire. Okay. Thanks. Also, hello, welcome. I'm just gonna boost everybody. How's it going? Oh, Ivan fell asleep. Good thing he boosted Garrett. That was good timing. I'm running out of synergy points. I keep wanting to say psychic points, because I see PP, and I think Earthbound. Easiest way to tell weaknesses. I know when he's gonna wake up. Okay, so there's one exclamation point. There's 3 exclamation points. Cool. That's a really... I wish they'd tell you that. I wish the game would just be like, hey, this is how you know if you gotta quit or not. That'd be nice. And period is resist. So let's try Ray. Okay, so that's neutral. And yeah, I would never have noticed that, I'll be honest. Well, that was actually easier than I thought it would be. Oh, What has happened to me? I see my heart was all but lost in my rage. You defeated the evil within me? I thank you. I could not leave this world with so much evil in my heart. I am free now to leave the world without regrets. Goodbye, great warriors. Hey, wait a minute. We can't let Tret die like this. That's right, Isaac. We still need his help. What? Why have you not left me to my dying? Do you need something? I turned the people of Kolima into trees. I must release them before they die within the forest. I can't do it. My power no longer reaches Kolima. People of Kolima, forgive me. That's too weak. He doesn't have the power to save Kolima. No, we have to heal him. We can't let the people of Kolima die with the forest. Every life in Kolima depends on us. We have to restore Tret and save the people of Kolima. Oh, and how are we supposed to do this exactly? You get drunk and wake up when your friends are like, you turn on an entire scene to trees, dog. Like, damn. It's kinda harsh. Environmental science parties be like. I mean, I guess we kinda save. Let's talk to her. Leave now before this forest is destroyed. Oh, that's cheery. Oh, that's awful. It's actually kind of terrible. You can just leave them like this.